set off the Marvel MCU.
We are having a discussion.
You can do this.
We're having a conversation about how come Blue Marvel has not made it to the MCU. We all agree, everybody agree, it's an atrocity. We all agree it's wrong.
But first and foremost, I want him to get more love here. This is what my argument is. I want him to get more love
But
here.
how do you get Negroes who only think that the pinnacle of love or the pinnacle of where you reach is the movies and shows that this is just for kids? Because a lot of them will look at this and say this is for kids, and I don't have time to read.
I think that's changing.
You think that's changing?
As a comic book owner, I do think it's changing because I think those MCU. I have people literally right now. I just had a family come in and a young brother. He came in because of the movies because he wanted to learn more about Kane.
But how many of those folks are? When he says Kane, he's talking about Kane the Conqueror.
Kane the Conqueror.
But when he finds out Kane the Conqueror is originally white, does that sway him? Does that do anything?
I have to talk to him about it. That's the thing. When he comes back, I'm gonna have to talk to him about it.
They're gonna switch the character. They're gonna keep the character.
But also keep in mind, okay, he was a young man.
Yeah.
What are young kids into? I could probably. How old are you?
24.
Oh, you anime manga all day, every day. And guess what? You probably fool with it though.
No. He's here.
You here?
He is hard.
You still sneak off and look at some anime.
Why you didn't hear?
Most of your friends do.
My friends do. Yes.
Your friends ain't into. Your friends come in the comic book shop and buy stuff like this.
Yes.
Big time,
Not big time. They do come in.
bro.
But look, it's got to start. Okay, this is one of the things I tell people. One of the things that touched my heart the most that I saw, so I know you could do this, was the first time that I saw unsolicited little white boy coming in dressed up as T'Challa.
Yeah.
Little white boy come in dressed up as Miles. Come here and it was like, I want a Black Panther figure. I want that.
Listen, it happens
can
all
be
the time.
done.
It happens all the time.
It happens all the time. Now, that wasn't what we grew up
See,
with.
we didn't grow up with that because we also know cities like this wasn't carrying Luke Cage back in the 70s, 80s, and 90s as much as they should. And then back when we was coming up, you was a geek or a nerd or a loser if you read comic books. Especially in Florida, you was like, you ain't into girls and all this other stuff, and you just ain't hardcore Luke videos. And who are you? What are you doing? So,
but that's the thing. You had to be strong in yours.
You had to be strong in yours. You had to fight. You had to ignore all
You got to ignore all that noise.
Now
we the ones that grew up. This is what we are
But now those same folks are coming back to us saying, yo,
exactly.
What's up with T'Challa? Well, how's he ever? Oh, well, I tried to tell you 30 years ago, but you was clowning me, and now it's hot.
Right.
And then somebody's like, man, you're paying $300 for this book. Yeah, it was out when me and you was 10 years old for $1.25.
Maybe $1.
Maybe $1. But then you was like, oh, that's lame.
Right.
And now look at the time. But back to Blue Marvel. We all want Blue Marvel. We're not gonna get into the recast T'Challa thing.
No.
We're gonna go forever. We're gonna go forever for that. We're gonna go forever and ever.
That's gonna take.
Listen, that's gonna take a while. My wife's sitting out in the car. So,
but
listen, I told her when I come, yes, and all y'all in this group, y'all know.
I'm gonna come down. Since you ain't gonna bring her up, I'm gonna come down.
No, but she said she gonna take a nap.
Okay.
But how do you get Blue Marvel? How do you get these black characters on the big screen? You gotta buy the books, man. You gotta, because guess what? When the folks that are making the decisions on the movies, they're not us.
Right.
They're gonna look at, well, what do black people like? Well, every time they drop a black Superman or a black legacy character, black folks jump and hop. Look what happened with the Ninja Turtles. The blackness, everybody went crazy on social. Oh, we black now. Oh, Ninja Turtles always been black. So what does that do to the average white dude that's sitting and making the decisions?
Well,
no.
The average dude that's been watching
No. The average dude that's making the decisions on the movies, he's like, oh, they want to be like us. Well, let's make them Kane. Let's make them this guy. Let's make them that guy. That's already pre-existing. Plus, it's easier to sell a black Superman than it is if I come over here.
You think it's easier to sell a black
Absolutely.
Superman?
Because Superman is already a developed character that everybody in this room loves. Everybody in this city loves.
I think they were outraged.
I think it's because the rumors that Michael B. Jordan requested.
But he's not gonna be like Superman. He's gonna be.
That's what
he's
I'm
gonna
saying.
be Val Zod.
But if someone predicts it right.
No, but I'm saying, and he can be a Val Zod. Okay, did everybody go crazy when Shaq was playing Steel?
But I mean, let's keep it context.
That was horrible.
This was before comics was really hot like that. Well, this is before comic movies was a thing.
Right.
Now it's a thing. Well, now it's trying to find out its real identity now because Endgame is over with.
Look, I can say that argument for right now. People love Blade. Before this was even hot, Blade killed it. Blade got 2. that was one of the few times where a sequel was better than the first one. Okay,
But people really love Wesley Snipes. You know how many times, you know this, how many times you have to tell people, oh, this is a Marvel superhero. Oh, I thought it was just a vampire hunter. People didn't know he was no Marvel. He didn't give a damn that he was with Marvel.
Right.
It's Wesley Snipes. That was enough. That was the biggest brand you needed.
Right.
So the whole Blade thing was it carried itself over. They grandfathered a lot of Wesley Snipes fans over into it. And there's people out here that's complaining and upset that the Blade movie is kind of in shambles. We don't know really where it's going. But again, like we were saying, if you want to see Blue Marvel, you want to see these characters, you got to go and buy these books.
Right.
And if you think that the people ain't looking at the numbers and saying, well, ain't nobody buying, I guess it don't work like that for white characters. Guardians of the Galaxy wasn't selling big time like that.
No,
but they can make decisions on their own characters.
Look, I tell people all the time, that wasn't the original Guardians of the Galaxy.
No, it's not. Absolutely not. Not even one of the characters.
Not even one of them.
Not even one of them. But they get to, like somebody said, they get to pick into their bag and see what they want to do. But when it comes to somebody that don't look like them, they're very cautious about what characters they're gonna put out there. Now, as far as the Black Panther thing, they know that's a lot of money, but Black Panther's not a priority for them right now. It's not a part of their agenda. It's not their priority. And him dying played right into their hand of allowing Shuri to step over. It's comic book accurate.
Exactly.
And it's also part of their agenda.
Right.
And we're not priority. We're just not. People are so upset. It made a lot of money. It did. But it's just not a priority. They have Hispanic folks, Palms agrees. Asians, they got theirs. And they're going to come back to that. LGBTQ, they got to make sure they do that. It's not just about black people in the MCU. It's not. And I think.
But nor should it be.
It shouldn't be.
It shouldn't be.
But people feel like it ain't got to be all about black people. No. Just let us get a recast. I think he should get a recast. But until then,
you see how you snuck that in. You said we weren't gonna do that.
Huh?
Yeah. You said we weren't gonna do that.
All right, yeah, that's right. We're wrapping up this video. Listen, there should be a recast. But until then, how many of y'all are gonna come over here when Eve Ewing drops her book? Oh, she's a girl. I don't know what she. But guess what? Forget about what her sex is. You're gonna support the character.
Right.
You want the Marvel to know that you still down. Go buy the damn book.
Absolutely.
You want to see Bloodline, Daughter of Bay? Go buy the book. Right. Because when they look at them, they're gonna look at them. Well, what do black people like? Well, they like all of us. They like being Black Batman because that Batman, I Am Batman sold. Right. It was selling. It is. Storm, they know they ain't worried about Storm is going to eventually come. She's not priority right now because she's not going to come by herself. She's going to come with the X-Men. That's going to be a package deal.
I think Static will come on.
So let's talk about Static. 8-minute video. We're going to land this plane eventually.
He said he was going to wrap it up with DC.
Listen, Static. So Static is a milestone property. Static is still a milestone property that's being distributed by DC.
Right.
They have to work like Marvel and Sony. They have to play nice together. Mm-hmm. The only way Milestone's gonna get out there is they're gonna pay for it their damn selves and do their own thing. Right. Mm-hmm. Or DC's gonna come. But the first thing DC gonna say, how much of control can we have? Because it ain't gonna just be, all right, Milestone, do what you want. And James Gunn did say, somebody in our group actually tweeted James Gunn, and James Gunn said, if the timing is right, I can see this happening. But James Gunn is just running his mouth right now. Right. Because as soon as one of these movies are a hit, or as soon as one of these movies are a flop, he gonna change course. He's got to get DC off the floor. Right now, they're on the ground. Now, the Flash movie is gonna kick butt. It's gonna be amazing.
Flash
in my
was garbage
opinion.
until Keaton showed up.
Yeah.
Let's be one K. But I'm gonna knock you up on that one. When Keaton showed up, but then the whole thing surrounding the Flash actor getting away with all the crimes that were proven that he did wrong, and nobody said.
What'd you say?
They proved it. They proved it.
It proved it.
It wasn't he didn't get arrested. Did he get arrested though?
Well, no, he did. He was able to get up, but that's the thing. It was proven though.
It was still proven.
This
bro.
wasn't. Yeah, no.
But it didn't be.
As I call it, Keaton's Batman. Oh, I'm sorry. I mean, the Flash. That's what that movie is. Because I had no interest in that movie until I saw I was nowhere. I was supporting.
But without him, I think it would be a so-so movie. But then for them bringing him back was just important to the DC fandom as the Marvel fandom of bringing Tobey Maguire back. It was just as important, or even more. It probably more.
And like They pretty much are trying to do a copycat of.
And
Florida.
if it don't work,
Right.
if it doesn't hit, and all they got, guess what? All they would need to do, they don't need to make $1 billion. Now people gonna cry, oh, y'all didn't make $1 billion.
That's
If it makes,
ridiculous, first
if
of
it
all.
makes 7,
You need a
8, or
foundation.
9, it's a victory. That's a victory in the bag.
Because they rebooting anyway. Bro.
Well, that's the
They
thing.
need a
This
foundation.
allows them to reboot.
It does.
So
It is a flashpoint.
Listen, Static. Listen, man. I'm gonna tell you right now. I love
think that's a
Static.
mistake if they give it over. They should just do it. They should find the funding and just do it. Because giving it to DC,
I did see this. I did see this hat on.
The trailer is 3
I
flash.
actually gave this hat. I had the same hat, and I gave that hat to one of my homeboys in Wisconsin. I like this Killmonger hat too.
yeah, man, he was right.
It's 3 flash.
Listen, man. If y'all want to see these characters, you got to buy the books. We out.